Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We're on a 5 streak. It's a start, and we've had some rough times on this streak. So I feel like I should feel somewhat more confident. We've had some easy runs, but we've had a couple of ones that started us pretty low as well. Notched Axe, Lazarus Rag, FJMR, D4NC, good damage. Poor tier stat though. Notched Axe is pretty good early, I have to admit. If it's ever going to be useful, it's going to be useful when we have 0 bombs on, like, these early floors. Lucky, you know, black market or something like that could be amazing as well. Okay, this is interesting, then. Dad's Key is also a little bit useful. Basically, if we use this properly, if we use this with the slightest bit of foresight, we should be able to find a secret room per floor, probably 2. So, what this means is that... Oh, I'm going to get hit. I'm not going to get hit. This is almost certainly more valuable than the Notched Axe, but I'd like to get, like, 1 use out of Notched Axe on this floor regardless. Like, one way that we might want to do it is just by knocking out all these poops, hoping to get petrified poop and maybe a little bit of money, financing an arcade or something on the next floor, etc., etc., or we could crack into this stuff and hope to get a black market. And with Lazarus Rags, I feel like a black market is, something that we could really benefit from, but I also don't know if it's that, trying to think of where the secret room could be here. I mean, we should be using this fairly frequently, but... Ah, there we go. We found one. But the odds of getting a black market are real low. How many black markets have we gotten in my entire, you know, Afterbirth and Rebirth career? Like, maybe a dozen? They're pretty unlikely, even if you can get the crawl space, so... I don't think we should get too attached to it here. Okay, first... We have encountered... No secret room here, but first we have encountered 2 extra keys, so consumable-wise we're doing fine. Really, like, HP is good right now. I'd start to feel very confident on this run if we could get, like, a Tears upgrade and some Spirit Hearts, so obviously, you know, there are a few items that accomplish exactly that, but if you give me Binky, or you give me Squeezy, or anything along those lines, I think we're well on our way to having a pretty, you know, sensible and fairly easy win. 1 room left here. Okay, let's not do that. If I had to predict where a second secret room would be, it would be right here. And we got lucky, got an Eternal Heart out of it. I think I am just, let's do like the bare minimum min-max, and then, you know, because I'm doing min-maxing right here, I can look back on this and people are like, hey, you didn't pick up 4 cents that could have actually allowed you to buy that item. I'll be like, yeah, but remember that time I used Notched Axe and I cracked into all these poops? I'm a man of the people. Come on. 3 more cents. Petrified poop. We got 1 penny as a result of that. We could always, and actually I think this is a fairly sensible idea. We could go into our shop, blow up the donation machine, get 5 cents, take it down to the next floor. This seems pretty sensible to me to try to get an arcade. I think it could be worth it. We're gonna stick with Notched Axe, or sorry, we're gonna stick with Dad's Key for now. We're also gonna take this. And Dad's Key, of course, gives us the Mega Satan fight later, but I also think as compared to Notched Axe, it's more useful, and honestly, we get blank cards so often that I'm not really that excited about taking blank card with us. So, let's go Dad's Key for now, and maybe we can get a good Mega Satan fight out of this one. But for now, we're definitely getting HP, unless I completely fuck it up against Ragman. What happens if Ragman summons a head, and then we throw a bomb down in between the head and the actual body? Do we get double the damage done as long as the spider isn't created before the time that the bomb explodes? Okay, maybe we won't be guaranteed getting extra HP. About halfway through the fight and I've taken 2 hits, but it's not unreasonable to... Oh, that was real close. It's not unreasonable to flawless Ragman. Oh, shit. It's not unreasonable to take 3 hits against Ragman. But when I see you losing Eternal Hearts against Ragman, it's not unusual to see me cry. Please, I'm begging you. Just at this... If only we'd gotten a black heart instead of a spirit heart, I would find myself in a lovely situation here. I'm starting to come to the opinion that Ragman is the most difficult boss on the first floor. And it's not because, you know, he's harder to dodge than a Haunt. Like, if incredible damage, I'd rather fight Ragman than the Haunt, because he doesn't summon any, you know, enemy, or, he doesn't summon the ghosts, so you, like, let me put it this way. He doesn't block himself from being hit, whereas the Haunt, you've got to get through those early phases before you can move along. But Ragman, I think if you have shit damage or shit DPS, he's a total pain in the ass. He has the potential to be the hardest boss on the first floor. With absolute shit damage, I would rather fight the Haunt, I think, than fight Ragman. Also, his attacks are easier to dodge. It's taken me a long time to come to that opinion, but maybe it's just because we've been fighting the shit out of Ragman early for a while here. So we lost the Eternal Heart because I'm bad at this video game, but I'm not really overly concerned about it. It's unlikely to have a major impact, I'd say. Could be a secret room. Let's give it a shot. And I'd like to use maybe Mom's key or Dad's key in there as well. Don't make fun of me for getting the name of the item wrong, when there is also an item called Mom's key. This is a juicy room for Notched Axe, if it still existed for us. I think that this room is probably worth using. No, it's not, actually. I mean, we could use a key and get to our shop, or use Dad's key and get to our shop, but I kind of thought we could find maybe a second secret room here, but the odds are near nil, so we're still going to do it. Oh, we did find the second secret room. That is a big surprise to me. I think we definitely want more options. Not being very nice to our donation machine early here, but more options is definitely worth picking up this early. There was another bomb out here, but I guess we already picked it up. And 4 pills. 5 pills. Range down, not that bad. Addicted, not that bad. Bombs are key. Actually, really good to know. So we'll throw down a bomb here. And we'll throw down a bomb here. And we'll throw down a bomb here. Then we'll swap. And it's a little risky, admittedly. But I think this is sensible. I'd just like to get 1 key out of it. We did not. Was it worth it? I don't know. But we did get a Spirit Heart. We got a luck upgrade. It's hard to quantify what a luck upgrade is actually, you know, worth for us in the long run on this run. But certainly, the Spirit Heart is huge, because I don't really trust myself with my existing damage to have a good chance to get a deal with the devil. So the fact that we have that Spirit Heart kind of boosting us here is important. We will go play the blood bank as well. I mean, we would buy other things in our shop if we had the money for it, so we might as well. I probably should have used Dad's key there. I suppose there's no real risk to it. More luck upgrades. Blood bag obviously would be useful. IV bag, I don't know, might be useful. It's 16 cents now. Just looking for Eternal Hearts that I have not found yet. You know, it is only the basement. Getting a lot of rooms with multi-stage enemies that are really annoying, though. And what that tells me is not that we're, you know, rolling badly here, in the sense that we're getting, like, enemies that are tough. It tells me that my DPS is actually way worse than even I have articulated thus far, because you shouldn't be getting annoyed with first-floor enemies as long as your HP is good, you know? You should be like, hey, this is the easy part of the game. So, I really, really would love a tiers upgrade here. And that's the methodology, or the reasoning behind picking up there's options, is so that we can find ourselves in a situation where we can make those, you know, choices where they don't otherwise exist. But, yeah, not thrilled thus far with the options available to us. But I'll pop Magician on our boss fight, pretty much no matter what. It's a pretty low value card regardless. Might as well get something out of it. I'd like you to not jump. At least, oh, that was bad. At least we did get the champion. One of these days, I'm actually going to hit an enemy with bombs, and it's going to be BEA beautiful. What is this champion, like, his special power is that he just never gets close to you, so it's impossible to hit him? That's a bullshit power. You're not welcome in the Avengers, okay? Man who just stays away from trouble, firing shots randomly, trying to do 1 full heart of damage, take you by surprise. No, you're not welcome in my ragtag team of superheroes. They're gonna take back the world from an omniscient danger, okay? Please. I'm begging you. Allow me to kill these enemies. We put in... We haven't deserved Mom's Knife or Brimstone on this run yet, but I wouldn't turn them down. I guess we'll start with a speed upgrade, which is pretty valuable. 3 red chests. I'll settle for a guppy item. Wow, cursed eye. Alright, it's gonna be one of those runs. First deal with the devil is shit. Absolute shit. What do we do with this knowledge? Well, I would say probably we go to our shop and see what the heck we can get in there. The fact that we're still going to have the same DPS going down to the next floor unless our item room is awesome is really bad. Let's take this. We also got a Joker card. Probably use that on the next floor, and it's a little bit of an un-min-maxy play, but I want a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel as soon as possible. But in all honesty, I guess we'll probably wait for a bomb. Just in case we get a deal with... Oh, wait, we don't really need to fight the angel statues because we have Dad's key regardless. Okay, this is a real bad sign. There goes that spirit heart I just paid for. The hermit takes us to the shop. Good for teleporting. You know, no. I don't even care. If we get shoop to whoop, we get shoop to whoop. And this room... Wait, does this room give me 2 charges? If it doesn't give me 2 charges... I'm going to be real unhappy with the way that the game has forced my hand here. I think it only gives us 1 charge, so we may be able to not get into our item room. But, honestly, I didn't want to fight Super Envy, man. Even if we died, that's not a release from the Super Envy fight. Thank God we got a key there, just in case. Because, you know, we die, respawn as Lazarus, but we respawn inside of that very room. So, you know, no shortcut there. So far, this is like a 2 out of 10 run. I mean that sincerely. Oh, sure. We should get it. Scorpio's not incredible, but it's not bad. And let's get out of this floor, I suppose. Am I thrilled with the situation? No, I think it's fair to say that I'm not thrilled with the situation. Thank you for asking. But there have been worse runs, and Scorpio at least is a mild damage improvement. Please God. No, we can't go into the cursed room and teleport out because we'll be back inside of it when we start. 3 red chests again. Alright, I guess we're hoping for Guppy. Spirit Hearts. Bob's Curse is something. This is actually a like 0 out of 10 seed. 2 shitty deals with the devil in a row. And if you're gonna say, well, at least you got something from this one. I mean, I hate to say it, but I actually fucking agree with you that it is pretty nice that we did get at least 5 bombs, which is not a good haul in the least, but is better than the last one, I suppose. You know, I still think there's a cause to be salty to some extent, but I'm starting to see that there's not too many ways out for us to get a Mega Satan kill here. At least it's the way it seems so far. So I don't really care about earning a deal with the devil here. We might as well try to get some extra cash out of this. I'm more interested in trying to get any advantage where we, you know, possibly could. Sure, I'll tell you what, we'll go up this time instead if it makes you feel better. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Have we ever talked about how bullshit that song is, though? If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, then why the hell are you so sad? What about, like, you know, hardcore drugs? They can make people happy and make people sad, and they can be that bad. I think Sheryl Crow is living in a very sheltered worldview. Or maybe that's what the song's about, but I'm pretty sure it's about, you know... It's a romantic song. Of some sort. One of those. Okay, well... we can't do anything. These enemies will hit us if they charge us down and we don't have space to go. So, we're caught in the Isaac poverty cycle here. At least get some damage done from afar. Yeah, there you go. Like, get consistent poison damage done, and then these guys will at least die in, like, 2 hits. So, we can get ourselves out of that. I do appreciate the key. That room is easy enough. It's amazing how, like, some of these rooms are no problem whatsoever. Like, some of them seem substantially easier than the last floor, but enemies that, like, rush us down are not possible to kill, like, with ease or with regularity. Okay, this is... I'm banking on this being a big item room here. In some ways it is, and our range is not bad enough to make number 1 a bad pickup here. So I think that this, given that our damage stat is actually okay, I think this is a pretty big improvement. And who knows what this shop could hold for us. Okay, well, I mean, we're using our bombs pretty rigorously here, and we will take Mom's purse in the hopes of getting something out of it. I would prefer not to die, which I get, you know, sounds obvious, but I really, really don't want to become Lazarus. The problem is, if we become Lazarus, we really need to pick up HP on our boss fight. Imagine a situation in which we got, you know, 1 raw HP upgrade from our boss, 1 raw damage upgrade, and had to choose. If we are Lazarus, we have to take the HP for survival's sake. If we're not Lazarus, which it looks like we will not be, thankfully, then we can do whatever we please. You know, probably take the damage upgrade and thusly improve our chances substantially over the rest of the... over the pack. But, let's not get too cocky yet. This was a big second secret room, though. Definitely use one more bomb here. Shops may end up being of critical importance. Do we want to get caffeine pill? I don't believe so. Maybe the card, maybe the pill, but let's see, we got Gertie. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think poison bombs are that valuable when we already have poison shots, but really, I think we're going to leave this floor and feel, like, pretty stoked that we got number 1. I think that's the big take-home message here, is that number 1 is going to be sweet for us because our range is not bad. Even though we got a range downgrade, we got a disproportionate range upgrade in Mom's heals. Maybe we started with a decent shot speed stat, and that's helping us kind of, you know, extend our effective range here, but either way, that is going to be the big story from this floor, I think. And we're hoping for more damage here as well. Hoping to maybe finance a deal with the devil on the next floor. I took red heart damage on this floor, so I don't expect to get a deal with the devil. We could walk into an enemy and guarantee it right here, but let's just go with it. And I think we'll take placenta. We got 2 HP upgrades, which is fairly poor, but you know, we're not in a position to be that annoyed by it. So we're just quickly going to go back, and you can tell I'm a little nervous, a little anxious about how this run is going, because I am going to be doing all of my due diligence here. Got a bomb and a ticket to the next floor, which honestly we should just take. We've already seen our shop and not been thrilled by it. Caves 2. Caves 2 at 16 minutes. 2 full floors behind schedule. However, the last floor did improve things fairly considerably. Now, we don't really want to go to our curse room, or at least we don't at all want to go to our curse room yet. We want to go to our curse room, when we have a spirit heart or a, you know, the ability to fly and then some way to teleport out or something. Just want to keep away from the creep. As long as we can keep away from the creep, that's the only thing that matters here. And we will take the left hand. That's part of the, you know, the value in having something like Mom's Purse. We can hold left hand and something else. But for now, left hand is good. You know, give us those red chest items, particularly guppy items. Spirit hearts, teleportations to the deal with the devil, or deal with the angel, which seems increasingly likely based on the fact that we, despite having 2 deals with the devil, have not yet picked up an item that cost us HP and thus guaranteed us anything. Hopefully there is a secret room here. There is definitely not a secret room here. We have been hit because we don't do any damage. Let's move along. Didn't think there would be a secret room there, but felt like it was maybe worth a shot. I mean, we get a lot of charges on this item, and I mean, we'll get 1 full charge just for being on this room, I think. Alright. No secret room here. That's the real surprise to me. I don't know, like, the problem is, you do, when I joked about, like, the Isaac poverty cycle, it was meant as a joke. But at the same time, you know, the less damage you do, the more likely you are to take damage, the less likely you are to get deals with the devil, the less likely you are to get high damage items that allow you to get yourself out of that. So, you know, we do have a little nugget of truth in there that unfortunately we're actually, like, dealing with right now. Don't take this pill. I don't think it could be addicted, but, you know, you don't want it to be paralysis either. I think, you know, we're taking, like, Hail Marys here, trying to get, sure, a second trinket, that's actually fine. Liberty Cap's not bad. But we're trying to get Magic Mush. Tears down. That's pretty terrible. Hematemesis, that was also really, really bad right now. Okay, we do have a secret room, though. And we get another charge. We get another Hematemesis pill. Knowing that we have a Hematemesis pill is so much better than just getting one accidentally. This is a huge help. So we'll use Dad's key here. Give us access to the item room. Saving our keys for, I don't know, potential golden chests or something if we get Guppy's tail. But I wouldn't expect to deal with the devil here. Headless Baby is okay. I like it in these situations where we have pretty low damage because it's a passive. Ooh, okay. I mean, I really don't feel like we need to fight the angel statue, but I'll tell you what, I will. And the worst case scenario, we can use hematemesis. I had to abandon ship there. We can use hematemesis to give ourselves a little bit more HP if things go terribly, terribly wrong. But sure, you know what? We'll take the key pieces. It's not fair to say there's no benefit to having key pieces. They will give us future deals with the angel. Do we value future deals? I really thought I was out of the way of that one. Do we value future deals with the angel? 0%. But it adds some flavor, some character. You know what? I've decided I don't care. I really don't. The run sucks. It's a shitty run. And, you know, the ability to fly is huge. Spectral Tears are nice. It's still shitty from a damage perspective. Nothing's changed that so far. I mean, literally nothing's changed that. We've gotten a DPS upgrade in the form of number 1, and we've gotten a Tears downgrade. You know, we're on our 4th floor, and we're marginally, and by marginally, I mean, like, basically not at all, improved. So, we will continue moving onwards here. I think at this point we do owe it to ourselves to go back into that curse room. I did take Humbling Bundle. I would like the car battery, if we can get the cash for it, or the bombs for it. Not really concerned at all with a deal with the devil precedent at this point, but we did gain half a spirit heart total for coming in there. This is, and I'm being honest when I say this, this is train wreck worthy. This is the kind of run that could become an 80-minute run that just never takes off. And we've got to play extremely well and probably lose a little bit of our sanity in the process to make it happen. Okay, well, I'm very surprised. Yeah, sweet. I'm very surprised that that is not a second secret room, but we will get another charge here. And you know what? As much as I'm semi-happy to be getting Little Chad, because it is going to help us out, it is in keeping with, you know, the train wreck-isms of this run. Fundamental, you know, 2 characteristics of a train wreck run. No damage, and also you can't be killed easily. And having a lot of HP containers combined with a lot of HP drops will definitely make that happen. Oh, you know what? There's options. Has saved us. We get growth hormones instead. And I think that our second secret room is very likely to be here. And then we will pop hematemesis. We got 2 black hearts. Good-ish. It's good-ish. I'm not comfortable saying it's good, but it's good-ish. We're going to head down to the next floor. A full 8 minutes behind schedule. No boss rush is even possible as of this point, so not super bummed by it. At this point, you know, that writing's been on the wall forever. It's been on the writing since Ragman, I think, that we're going to have a tough time of it here. And then, you know, deals with the devil just continuing to be terrible certainly didn't help our case too much. But I think that there's options may have saved us a trip to purgatory. What I mean by that is, if we didn't have there's options, we're taking Little Chad. Our tiers are still like a 3 out of 10 in terms of quality, damage and rate of fire-wise. So I have to be pleased with the fact that there's options has kind of hooked us up here. Tears down. Maybe we'll get PhD. Okay, we got Guppy's tail. And that's big, even if we're never going to get the other Guppy items. Guppy's tail, if it at least gives us more chests, that's a benefit to our left hand. And we actually have a pretty good shot at a deal on this floor, I'd say. Could be a second secret room here. Is not, but could have been. Get another charge regardless. I would love a card that is better than the Lovers, but that's okay. Look at the Humbling Bundle is coming through in the clutch for us here in a big way. Let's start doing some real... It's not really cheesy, but let's start doing some nasty stuff here. Like, for example, crack this open. Grab what they got. Oh, okay, moms and dad. By moms, I mean dads. Dad's key won't let us get out of this room. Excuse me? I thought that it would, and that's what I was gonna say. Let's start doing some grimy shit, like just stealing items from these and then moving on, but apparently the game had other plans for me. Well worth it, though. We're starting to build something here. It's amazing how quickly we've started to pop off with, like, just one damage upgrade. Still, you know, let's keep in mind we're on Necropolis 1, you know. This is not indicative of us being safe for the late game, but, it's at least indicative of us having a fighting chance relative to where we were earlier. What we really want is to enter this zone. Let's call it the Scorpio zone, where our poison damage plus a tier is enough to kill an enemy. Not a boss, that would be absurd, but is enough to kill like a basic enemy. If we have to shoot twice to kill a dip, even with poison damage, that's a terrible sign. Just trying to keep myself back here. Thank God we got Spectral, Spirit of the Night, which is actually Dead Dove, on the last floor. Otherwise, we would be in a much worse position here, and I really don't need to be in a worse position based on how this bloat fight has gone so far. Okay, deal with the devil would be ideal. We got to deal with the angel, that's fine. Obviously, we'll take the better damage upgrade. Holy Mantle's good, but don't let it fool you too much, you know? Holy Mantle, it's great for damage reduction, but without having an orbital, it does nothing for us offensively right now. So, as much as I love Holy Mantle, and I sincerely do, I'm not under any illusion that this really markedly improves our ability to kill enemies. And that's the number one thing that this run is lacking right now, is the ability to kill enemies effectively. Little chest is, you know, just okay. Shop gives us a battery. I think we're more interested in this, which is 2 of spades. So sure, let's go for that. And maybe look for a second secret room. You know what? Disregard the second secret room. I don't want to fight these guys. I mean, as far as floors go, this one, most of the time we'd be stoked to have Holy Mantle, but that's because Holy Mantle works so well on a glass cannon style run. You know, a run where you have, well, it works well on any run where you have low amounts of HP, because it keeps you alive longer, obviously, but on this run, it's not really too good. But all we need is to go in here and be like, even if it's big fan, I'll be like, this is awesome. Thank you. Anything that allows us to use Holy Mantle aggressively. So, teleport is pretty bad. At least it's bad when we have other options. The virus would also be huge for us. It would contribute towards spun, which would be extremely helpful. But also, you know, gain demon hearts and do some poison damage to enemies, albeit not very much. But this will stop us from hemorrhaging damage, which I guess is worth something. I'm not insulting Holy Mantle. It is still one of the best items in the game. I'm just not sure if it's the perfect complement to what we have going on right now. Balls of Steel. Always good to know that it's here. We'll take more options. Even though there's only one item room left, I feel like we have to take more options. I'm not going to blow up the shopkeeper. I don't think there's much reason at this point. I mean, we could donate, but I'm kind of like beyond donating on this run. Oh, sweet. Okay. So we are definitely going to take Death's Touch. I think if we're going to take Death's Touch, we might as well take both of these. You know, just get any extra damage we can. Beggars can't be choosers. And Death's Touch is a huge help for us here. Did get a second secret room. So our damage is actually starting to pop off. We're still waiting on more guppy items, but I think that we may well have done it. I think the dream could be true. Let's head down to the next floor. It would be hilarious if we were actually able to get to Hush on this fight. I don't see it happening. Oh my god. I don't see it happening, but it would be hilarious. Now, I believe Dad's Key lets you get out of Boss Rush. It doesn't let you get into Boss Rush. But if it does let you get into Boss Rush, it might be funny to give it a shot. I guess we would prefer not to get a deal with the devil here, but honestly, left hand has worked out so well for us on deals with the devil that maybe we don't need to worry about getting a deal with the devil anymore. We'll just wait for the red chest to give it and or take it away. I mean, you're seeing this right now. The Death's Touch is an awesome item, in particular for room clearing. taking out a lot of low HP enemies very quickly, but it's not really wrecking Mom at the speed of which I'd enjoy the most, but nah, we can't get in. Okay. Take the Polaroid down to the next floor. The run has gotten so much better. Now all we have to do is basically, you know, bring it home here. And if there's if there's more than one red chest, I think we'll end up doing this room. I think it's worth it. Come on. Come on. It was not worth it at all. I mean, I'm not relishing fighting these enemies, I have to be honest with you. I think taking Balls of Steel at a premium of half a Spirit Heart loss is still worth it, so we can take Hematemesis and maybe get a bunch of Eternal Hearts or Black Hearts from a second Secret Room. And again, our odds of getting a second Secret Room are so huge here. So this run's definitely fitting that self-serving principle of Isaac just being about surviving long enough for the game to actually give you something that can allow you to win easily. I don't think we're at win easily, but we're only, and you know, this is going to seem rich considering how good the last few floors have been, but we're only slightly below average at this point. I'm not saying that, you know, that makes it a bad run. I know we got Death's Touch. I know that whenever I talk about, you know, an average run, people go, this is 10 times better than my average run. The only item I ever get is shot speed upgrades. Every run looks terrible. Look, I get that. I get that there's maybe I'm lucky. I can't, you know, necessarily say that I don't get better variants than other people. There's no way for me to prove this one way or the other. But, the fact that we're at 29 minutes on the Womb 1 and not really killing rooms super quickly should tell you that at least given our standards, this one is still a little bit below average in terms of room clearing potential. But we're starting to get there. And we probably don't need too much more to carry it. Well, I mean, to carry it, we don't need anything. We've already almost certainly won, especially just with Holy Mantle backing us up here. But in order to feel very happy about the way the run is going, yes, I need probably more Tears upgrades. More damage wouldn't hurt either. Keep in mind how bad our base stats were, especially in terms of rate of fire here when we started the run. Health up. I don't think it's bad. Worth a shot at least. Fighting the bloat again. Thank God we were standing slightly off center, I suppose. And this is where we want our deal with the devil. Mark, Pact, Abaddon, 2 Guppy items. You know, I'm not going to be picky. We're probably not going to get a deal with the devil. I'll take a deal with the angel, although I guess it's not possible now that we've actually paid for one. Oh, Magic Mush, though, is huge. We don't have any other damage multipliers, so the fact that this is going to be double damage for us now is enormous. Sincerely. So this is actually great. Obviously. One makes you small. 2 stone chests. I think we do it, you know, hoping to get an item out of it. At the very least, it will be a good test for our damage. And I'm looking at my damage against Loki right now, and I'm thinking we're pretty okay. And you're saying, finally, mankind's greed that had previously known no bounds knows a bound. NL has gotten an item that has given him what he considers to be a chance of success. Sure, yeah, double damage. I'll take it. And if you look at the right side of the screen, maybe you're just joining us, maybe you passed out halfway through the run, maybe you were mid-coitus as the run was happening. You look at that item tracker on the right side of the screen, and you think, wow, how is he complaining about this run? Look at these items. Well, there's a little bit of a hangover from the first 5 floors where we got almost nothing of value. So, you know, excuse me for living this run myself. You might say you almost even made the Hush fight. And the answer to that, you know, question that isn't a question is yes, I did almost make the Hush fight. But I was 9 minutes late for boss rush. So, like, that should tell you when this run started to pick up. Now, we do have a great deal with the Devil Chance here. And again, I'm still pretty happy with where we're at, but if we could find it in the game's heart to give us some more good stuff, that would be fine as well. Hey, no brimstone lasers, please, thank you, you're dead. Okay, deal with the devil shows up, and we will take sin robes, nothing else, because we don't need the nail. Okay, this run is now completely competitive, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. except that it took a long time to get there. In the future, you know, game, if you're looking to be a good trip sitter, I'd like you to take these great items and distribute them a little bit more evenly throughout the run, but sure, you eventually got me there. I'm not gonna insult you much more. I appreciate it. We should really, at this point... Remember, we're going to fight Mega Satan, but we should, at this point, get rid of the left hand, probably. And we should probably also use Dad's key, I'm thinking, to get out of rooms we don't want to do. I didn't want to get out of this room, I just wanted to see if there was a secret room that went to the cursed room. And, is it worth one black heart to do so? Yeah, I think it's worth the check, anyway. And, yeah, we would have broken even, if we could break even. Oh, we have Holy Mantle either way, so there's no risk there, and this is our boss fight. Really good odds, or really good luck with finding our boss fight here as well, and that was the only time that actually, Mom had anything to do with it. This is sweet. A Yara rune right before the chest. And now we just begin the semi-long slog of killing Isaac, but it's not that bad. It really is amazing how quickly the last few floors have gone relative to the ones that came previous to it. I can't believe we also got hit 3 times, and all 3 times were within the period of invincibility that we got from Holy Mantle. That is ridiculous. Jodorowsky's Holy Mantle, my favorite experimental film from Argentinian filmmaker Steven Spielberg. Now, just keep this up here. We don't have any more bombs to throw down, so that completely runs counter to what I was about to say, which is we're going to throw down as many bombs as possible. But one more phase should be all we need to do here, and we're done. Okay. No Curse of the Tower, and by Curse of the Tower, of course, I mean Curse of the Unknown. Curse of the Blind, that's fine. Hopefully we don't get anything that ruins our run. Mutant Spider is pretty good, I think. Or, yeah, Money Equals Power is a, like, small rock-esque damage upgrade right now. Fat Odd Mushroom is fine. BBF, nothing wrong with it as long as it doesn't hurt us too many times. My Little Unicorn, at least, is a useful spacebar item. Dead Eye is good. Roid Rage is good, not quite spun. And the Inner Eye. Okay, I think that this is a really solid get here. One of the better chests we've ever had, I think, with Yara here. That's pretty ridiculous. And we should be doing just stupid amounts of damage thanks to the combination of Deadeye, triple shot, and quad shot. And we are, like, they're not overriding one another either, which is really cool. We're getting the triple shot and the quad shot. The fact that we can actually kill these mini-bosses, at least when Deadeye is charged, the fact that we can kill these mini-bosses in one hit is amazing. And the fact that we can get through a phase of the Mega Satan fight in one hit is even more ridiculous, honestly. This guy's gotta be close. This is like one of the easiest Mega Satan fights I've ever had. Which seems super implausible given that only 6 minutes ago we were on the depths too. Or, you know, 8 minutes ago we were on the depths too. But, hey, lucky us, I suppose. We probably should use Unicorn Horn, like, at some point here, but feel like our own damage is also pretty good. There we go. Alright, that run really popped off towards the end. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.